What are you pretending to be noble for now? Ryan tossed the marriage certificate onto the table, and everyone stopped. Lena let out a laugh and slid the paper toward me like she was presenting a prize. Vegas, 30 minutes. She leaned against his thigh, speaking lightly, like she was showing off a trophy. Legally married. Someone cursed under their breath. Someone else laughed. Jesus, that's brutal. I didn't move. Ryan glanced at me like I was nothing more than a problem. Relax. It's nothing. We'll get it annulled tomorrow. Nothing. I stared at the certificate and nodded. Okay. The room paused for a beat. Wait. That's all. She's not even angry. Lena narrowed her eyes. You can leave, she said, smiling like she expected me to break. Or stay and give us a proper wedding gift. A few people immediately started egging her on. The members' lounge downstairs is open. Winner takes everything. Perfect way to celebrate. Ryan already had his arm around her again. He didn't look at me anymore. I walked over, sat down, took off my earrings, and placed them carefully on the table. I'm in. The whole circle went quiet at once, like someone had cut the sound. Is she serious? She doesn't even know how this works. Ryan frowned hard. Emily, don't waste everyone's time. You can't play. I ignored him completely and looked at Lena. The rules. Lena smiled. Pick the point. Closest guess takes everything. First round. I tapped at random, landing near 4. Laughter exploded around the table instantly. I knew it. She's done. A glass was shoved toward me. Ryan didn't move. You can just quit. I picked it up and drank the whole thing. Second round. The stakes doubled. Lena's eyes dropped to the pendant hanging at my throat. I want that. Ryan saw it and said nothing at all. My fingers paused for 1 second. Then I nodded. Fine. Someone whistled under their breath. Wow, she's actually giving it up. I entered the second number and missed on purpose. Lena snatched the pendant away and leaned close enough for only me to hear. Everything you have. I'm taking. I didn't even turn to look at her. Before the third round, the manager stepped over and cleared his throat once. Any stake above 1 million requires identity verification. IDs were handed across the table. Lena moved too fast. Her signature flicked upward at the end. Wrong. Ryan put up the apartment. River North. Penthouse. Damn. Someone muttered, suddenly sober. I gave my address. Lincoln Park Townhouse plus the fund. The room fell silent. Ryan stared at me. Are you insane? I looked right back at him. You're only asking that now. He didn't answer. The countdown began on the screen. 10. Every eye fixed on it. I didn't move. I looked to the upper corner. Ownership pending. Verification still incomplete. 8. I lifted my head and looked at Ryan. He looked away first. 6. I smiled, but not because anything was funny. It was cold. At 4, I finally spoke. The verification log gets archived, right? The manager nodded once. All of it. Ryan! S face changed immediately. Lena frowned. What are you doing? I looked at her, making sure. You'll still have somewhere to cry. The room went dead silent. 3, 2, 1. I pressed my button and connected my phone. The first document flashed onto the screen. Business registration records. 2 luxury boutiques. Registered owner not Lena. Wait. What? Those aren't hers. Voices started breaking apart. Everywhere. I looked at her. What you put up was never yours. Her face drained white. Shut up. The second file appeared. Signature comparison. Tonight's signature did not match the archived original. You signed for someone else. Ryan lunged forward and was stopped. Before he reached me, the third file came up. Vegas registration freeze notice. Identity mismatch. Review pending. The air died. No one laughed anymore. A few people stepped back. Others lowered their phones. Then the manager spoke. Game suspended. Legal is stepping in. Lena completely fell apart. She set us up. I looked at her calmly. You didn't say that while you were winning. Ryan kept staring at me, his voice dry, almost hollow now. You knew. I shook my head. You two weren't subtle. I walked over and took my pendant back. I fastened it around my neck again, then turned to look straight at him. This time, I didn't smile. Did you really think I'd help you finish this performance? He said nothing. He looked like someone had scooped everything out of him. I slid my phone into my bag. You wanted me to lose. You wanted me to sign. You wanted me to stay quiet. I paused for a beat, and you still didn't bother getting the basics right. No one answered. The entire lounge was left with nothing but the sound of breathing. I turned and walked toward the door. Ryan came after me. The wind outside was cold. Emily, we need to talk. I stopped for 1 second and looked back. He stood under the lights like he had become a completely different man. We can't. His breathing turned uneven. I looked at him and kept my voice flat. Your biggest mistake wasn't that marriage certificate. I stepped closer, just once. It was thinking I wouldn't check. His whole body locked up where he stood. I turned, got into the car, and shut the door behind me. In the rearview mirror, Lena came running out, and the two of them started shouting. I couldn't hear the words, but their movements said everything clearly enough. People stood in the doorway watching them, just like they had watched me earlier. The car pulled away. My phone lit up once. A message from my assistant. The records have been submitted. They want to settle. I glanced at it and locked the screen. Rain started falling, streaking the lights into long blurred lines across the glass. At first, they only wanted to humiliate me. Then they wanted what was mine. After that, they wanted me to carry the consequences for them too. I let out a slow breath. Not relief. Something cleaner than that. Some games are never meant to be won. They exist to expose people. And them, they didn't even deserve the right to lose.